We are live from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Drivers are in the very end of their qualifying, actually, so it should be over very relatively soon. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Give SDK a refresh here. It looks like it's lapping over. You see somebody's name is kind of getting lapped over there, the fourth place driver, so that'll refresh here for you all. But Doug Newman qualified on the pole. Of course, at these tracks like this, that really doesn't matter most of the time. It's just it's a drafting track now is what Atlanta has become. So it's one thing. Yeah, see, it's finally cleared up there. We have, I think, maybe 2 more drivers than what we had last race, but I will pull up the starting grid here for you all. So first is Doug Newbingen, second Gabriel Ellison, third Michael Groen Jr., fourth Brian Knowles, fifth Stu Leslie, sixth Joseph Plager, seventh Doug Denice, eighth Matthew Ayla, ninth Jonathan Duncan, 10th Zachary Hockenmeyer, 11th John Peely, 12th James Nelson, 13th Anthony Thurber, 14th Jimmy Amos. Race control is Anthony Thurber, so Jimmy Amos will move up 1 qualifying position over here. But this track, you're going to need some friends. If you don't have anybody with you, you're in a hard position to start the race off. So we'll have to see if anybody can get somebody to work with them. That's really going to be the only choice that they have, as Doug has still not gridded his, so we're waiting on him. As that was a odd camera. Of course, there are no cameras made for this track just yet, so we have to go off of the default cameras that they have, sadly, for this. Nothing that can be done about that right now currently. I'm running out of power right over here. Help quench my thirst, as that is a lot of money that I got from my paycheck this week from my actual job. Yes, I do have an actual job. Of course, that being part-time because I'm in college. Never gone full-time in a job yet. I'm only 19 years old, so I always work part-time. Just got my paycheck from them, so it's definitely something that I'm glad about. Oh, I'll go towards my car. Nice, I love it. Tell you what, man, this car is going to be the death of me, but love that thing. I'm not getting rid of it until it basically blows up on me. I've already made that very clear with myself. It's like, I'm not getting rid of it for a while. But I might get this actually now. Wait, I could get horns. That'd be annoying. That'd be annoying for these guys for sure. Still waiting for them to get going here. Surprisingly, I'll give them all a paint refresh here. So they're going to begin rolling off, as I'll make sure I have sound very quiet. Oh, they are. They're in the race. Took a little bit to get going here. Looks like most of these cameras are relatively quiet to begin with. I do have my desktop audio all the way up, however, so y'all will be able to hear what I hear. As sometimes if you do hear kind of the sound dropping every now and then, it is me trying to adjust the sound to where your eardrums are not getting blown out. I have to pretty much do that, and manually I just kind of have to watch on the side. But 100 laps here will probably go by relatively fast, knowing how these guys will have to be racing this track. As I will make sure to actually go over here and click on this. See the 54. Not sure what's happening to him. I'll just be low on the track course. It really doesn't hurt him doing that. But the 7 of Douglas Newbingen, he will lead him to green here. The 27 of Gabriel Ellison to his outside. The 29, or sorry, yes, 29 of Michael Groen Jr. will be behind Newbingen. The 70 of Brian Knoll will be behind the 27 of Gabriel Ellison. They're going to get the green flag here. Green flag is underway. Doesn't really matter who gets the jump here because it's so draft heavy of a track. .70. One thing I will definitely be watching at a track like this, however, is that middle lane can get going really good. It may take them just a little bit to get lined up, but once they get lined up, they are going to start rolling this track here. Of course, you're going to see everybody pretty much like this, as Jimmy's got to be very careful with what he's doing. He wants to hang on to the draft of the 75, so you might want to be following behind him as much as you can. So we have the 40 of Doug DeNice blinking in and out. You see it, Doug actually selecting that, kind of cut out on him. But that's 42nd lap. I expect these guys will probably maybe split this race to, or one or two pit stops at least. I guess I know that guys have got their nerves up seeing this 40 disappear. They're like, oh gosh, where's the 40 gone? As I'm not seeing the 13. That's Jonathan Duncan. Looks like he made the second race here tonight. As I need to make sure I turn off my crew chief here. We've got somebody trying to wedge it on the outside. That's the 93. Really up the track. Maybe just trying to get some fresh air on that track. Get a run on the 27 and give the 27 a bump down the back stretch. You can bump a little bit more aggressively with these vehicles than you can other ones because of a pretty much universal flat front end on the trucks here. Looks like he's trying to get under that 7. Thought about it, and he was like, I'm not going to do it there just yet. I'm going to kind of play calm with you. Everybody seems to be running relatively smooth so far. Nobody's really, it looks like the 7 might be jumping out, wanting to go to the back, because that's an option that you'll see some drivers will take. They'll say, I'm just going to get out of here. They're going to go 3 wide now. The 75 in the middle. The 88 of Zachary Hockenmeyer up high. They have a lot of room here, so they're not going to get nearly close enough to each other to make really any contact. 88 does need to tuck in. Whenever he gets a chance, he can't do it. I can't do it now. Doing this might have hurt these guys. Of course, when they can get lined up, they're going to have to do this and get up there very fast because they do not want to be losing this draft. You don't really want to break into multiple packs. Look like they're kind of drafting off that 70 there, so I think they will be able to make it back up here. Once you start losing the draft, it's kind of like a slow fall from grace at that point. You just keep slowing down. Kind of like a black hole. There's a point of no return that you reach. And once you get there, you're like, well, nothing I can do now. And it's kind of a hopeless feeling. That's a lot. 7 to 29, 83, 13, 27. Wait, no, I said the 7. Yes. So that is your top 5 drivers currently. 93 looks like he's trying to get the outside lane going there just a little bit. That's Joseph Flagger. You see him coming frame now. Got a good run, but he's got really nobody behind him. That 29 is 31. Matthew A was kind of nowhere near him. Somebody might have gotten in the wall. I think Matthew might have tagged it. It's like the audio cue that I heard there. But this 29 is probably going to want to come for a little bit of redemption on that. He was leading that last race, and he gave it all that he got. But the 27's got a nose up under there and took the position when he saw the when he saw the opportunity present itself. He's like, go ahead and take it. Got to be careful with getting on the apron though. The 7 gets on the apron, gets really loose. Just as I was talking about the apron, the 7 got down there a little bit too. Oh, we got a wreck now. We got Jimmy Amos. There's a crash. It's gonna. Oh, it hits the inside wall. So 2 separate wrecks, but this one brings out the yellow flag here early on. Here, which, oh my gosh, I'm not sure what this was here. Just didn't slow down in time for him. He just tried to shoot the gap on the 77 and right up into the 70, slams him into the wall. Luckily, he doesn't get hit by anybody else after that, pounds the inside wall. But we'll go back and watch what happened to the 7 here of Doug Newbig. I think he just got on the apron there, and he just got extremely loose. He just got very loose. I mean, you can see he just got loose. I think he might have clipped the apron just a little bit too much. I think he just clipped the apron just a little bit too much. Got too much of it. I do expect everybody will probably come down and pit. Maybe not. I might be completely wrong. Gabriel Ellison and John Peely, they will come. So will Brian Knoll, Zachary Hockenmeyer. They'll probably fix optional damage that they have, of course, as that would not be a bad thing for them to do there at all. Just got to be no race on that day, so that's not gonna be fun. But these guys come in and off of pit road. You can really kind of waste your time on pit road. It's under caution. I'm surprised more guys didn't come down. I would have came down knowing, just take some fuel. You don't got to take anything else really. But just be on the same fuel strategy is what that would have gave me a peace of mind of. But while these guys are under caution here, I'm gonna roll some ads. Gonna try to roll a second one, but I don't believe I would have gotten around to it in time, so I just cut that short. They'll be getting the green flag here. 83 will be leading them to green. The 29 of Michael Grown Jr., he will be on the bottom of him, and the 13 will be behind the 29. The 7 will be behind the 83 of Stu Leslie up front. Unfamiliar name, but up here normally runs about mid-pack. Not a bad driver at all, though, as this is pretty much a track that will equalize everybody's skill level. It doesn't really matter how long you been racing on iRacing. It's a super speedway. It's stay in the draft and hope nobody takes you out. If it comes down to luck, and I only have one super speedway win on iRacing. Actually, no, I have two. Got one ARCA win. I don't like super speedways because it tanked my rating. Dropped 600 IR because of that. Love it. Do not love it. That's a joke. Green flag will be in the air here very soon. 83, 29, 7, 13, 93, 75, 27. 83 is off and away course. You don't want to get too far of a jump, but he will probably go back in front of Michael Grown Jr. as yes, he will. The 7 has a little bit of bumper damage, not on his spoiler, though. Don't even think the 29 actually hit him, but evidently it registered as damage for him, sadly. All pretty much just lined up bottom lane, wanting to wrap it just like Eminem. As Jimmy Amos, he has heavy front end damage. I think his shot at winning the race already 3 laps down, so his chance of winning is pretty much over. This is not a Kyle Larson night for him, sadly. Everybody running a train on the bottom, currently not really wanting to move off of it. The 7 is trying to get something going up in that high line. Really doesn't have anybody besides the 75 of James Nelson coming behind him, but don't think that'll be enough. They might actually, if they picked up the 93 of Joseph Plager, so I could change it, see what these guys do up here. Then the 29 will stay bottom. So will the 83. Yep, he doesn't come up yet. He has a chance if he sees a run and wants to come and block it, he can. But it doesn't look like he will. Middle lane starting to show their strength. That is one typical thing that I see happen at these tracks. The middle lane, I think it's the advantage of not being pinched down on the bottom, really. That is one huge thing that these guys benefit off of, luckily for them. That's going to be pretty quiet, but while these guys are going around, we will go on board, since this is Super Speedway, we will go on board with every driver here for, let's go 2 laps for these guys, see what they are seeing in their cockpit here. Really switching. Actually got the 93 in the wall. That is Joseph Plagger. I'm not sure what happened to him. We have Brian Knoll. Where did he get this contact? This is some vicious contact here. I'm going to rewind for as fast as I can to see what happened here, because this 70 has been in the pits for a while, so of course it's going to take a pretty good amount of time for this rewind to happen. I'm not sure how he got his damage here. We're going to have to wait forever for it to be able to go back. I might honestly just have to kind of skip and go back. Actually, I will be able to see where he entered the pits here. There he is. So he entered the pits at lap 70. So evidently he must have gotten his damage before this at some point, but it didn't bring out a caution. See what happened here with him. He's had that damage for a while for sure. To see when he was around people, that's when it must have happened here. I'm trying to rewind. It's taking me forever to figure out where he got this damage from. I might honestly, I'll just have to look at it later. Cannot afford to be rewinding that much. But up here, the 83 and the 7, these guys are kind of forming their own little group. Nobody's really pulling away, of course. That's what you're going to expect from this style of racing. Everybody's so close together. A3's trying to hold that bottom lane. You see everybody kind of making these little small movements off the bottom. This pretty much means that getting a little bit loose on entry. They're just a little bit too nervous to run as close as they can to it, and that's something that drivers just have to change their line every now and then, as for some reason my Discord is not wanting to be very cooperative. It's what it keeps on dropping quality. I have no idea why. The 7, he's finally gotten a shove by. Let's see if he comes down in front of Stu Leslie. Of course, he does have no Roasted Gems coffee truck behind him, so don't think that he'll come down and leave his teammate to fend for himself here. Hopefully he doesn't. I brought up a fruit. Oh, I brought up a bar in here. Oh my gosh, I brought food in here. I didn't realize it. I'll be eating. I don't want to give y'all ASMR, but I am kind of hungry. Of course, I'm an athlete, so I gotta be eating a lot more food than a normal human being. I'll tell you what, I am absolutely drained today. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, there we go, contact. 78 and 83. This is not going to be good. Lap truck, stay high. Oh, there we go. Zachary Hockenmeyer in the wall. It's going to cause a huge wreck behind them. 77, 54 has nowhere to go. After that will bring out the caution here. I think it was started with the 54 of Jimmy Amos with it. Actually, nope. Not sure what that. Actually, that was not Jimmy's fault. 88 just went. Jimmy's where he needs to be against the wall. 77 gets into it to 40. 54 hits the 88 again. So Jimmy was as high up as he needed to be there. He couldn't have gone any higher except getting off the track. So that's not Jimmy's fault there. Of course, he's down pit road. His engine has gone kaboom. So he won't be evidently racing any more tonight because that's going to have to be fixed. Probably a meatball flag for him. Something that happens. Tell y'all what. Streaming on. Wait. No. How long is this stream? Okay, I'm actually I forgot something. Okay, never mind. It's just on my end. Good. Everybody's gonna come down pit road here. No surprise. Maybe take tires, fix any optional damage that they have. You don't want to have any amount of drag here. The amount of drag will hurt your car a lot. So, here's what. I'm not putting neutral lane bars, but they're good. I don't even know what it is. Everyone's off and away. Actually, Michael gets the lead here. We do have some people pulling out some fenders. Not a bad thing to do. would normally bring them in here, but I'll actually roll it as I was not able to last time. Lights are off from the pace car. I can't time it just right. He always adds it, but not as big of a track as I think that it is, so I had to keep on having to cut these. I'm going to try to have to fit them somewhere else. Everybody's not lined up here perfectly. I'm confused. We got everybody spaced out. Lights are off on the pace car, though. Dunkin' Donuts didn't see that as a sponsor on his car. 33 laps in. Second caution tonight. Chrome will lead him to green here. The 13, 83, 27, 93, 40 will be on the bottom. 7, 75, 31, 77 are going to be top lane. Green flag is back in the air as that camera has no sound for some odd reason. Make a mental note not to use that. Why it's so quiet. Seven's trying to side drive hard. See him right up on the side of that 29. Let's slow him down just enough, but that 13 huge shove. So does the 83 give a huge shove. You don't want to be shoving the shover or pushing the pusher. I mean, I don't know why I said shoving the shover. Luckily, those guys realize it and they get off each other. That's 7. Now, at these types of track, it's really more of an arrow shove most of the time that these drivers will get from each other. You don't really want to be actually locking bumpers. If you do lock bumpers, then that's where stuff can get really antsy. You can spin somebody very easily. Of course, you probably don't mean to do it. It's just something that happens with getting on a bumper. It's kind of a byproduct of this racing. It's going to happen eventually. You're hoping that it's not in the middle of the field. If it's in the middle of the field, you're taking everybody out with you. Get out for a good old lunch. Looks like. Check the Discord here for actually where we go live on some of this stuff. I know some of y'all are watching this on Roku TV or the Sim Racing channel. Or yeah, sorry, it's actually the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. If you're all watching this back, my name's Bryce. I'm from Ghost Racing Network. I'm only commentator, so I'm the one that does literally everything from editing, producing, interviews, to all the technical stuff. I do it all, and it's definitely more time-consuming. I need to find more people to do it with me, but nobody wants to, so I'm kind of a lone ranger right now. Just something that happens with this. Looks like it's not very good. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, they did have the NASCAR Coke Series going on. I know we have a driver that commonly races in HSR, which is a money race server that I broadcast for. I need to... Are they still live on this? I don't think they are. Ah, crap. I don't believe they are, sadly. They may be. Let me look here. Oh, nope, they are. So it might be at the end of the race here. I will give you all an update on who's leading, but the people that we watch or that are in the league that race in the Cup Series, or the eNASCAR Coke Series, is Garrett Maines. His father, Jason Maines, is on the road to pro. So always fun to see these guys. They're actually entering the very end of their race on, they actually have 34 laps left. Look at where Garrett Maines is at currently, as somebody just got pinched into the wall. These guys up here have been pretty calm this time. As I say that, we got somebody, 2 people loose. 75 and the 7 both get loose there. I thought that was going to be a wreck. I don't know how they didn't wreck each other. That was very nerve-wracking. They actually broke up this pack a lot. They decided, let's not go side by side. Let's kind of lay off each other, as Jonathan Duncan and Doug Denice, they're kind of together. Brian Knowles back here with them. But that was nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking for sure. As soon as it got calm, it was like, oh, everything's going to pick back up here out of nowhere. What you get with Super Speedway racing, it can be calm 1 second, and then you're about to wreck the next corner. Nothing that you want to see there at all from these drivers, but it's just something that happens, as this looks like this race has become an absolute wreck fest in the eNASCAR Coke Series. That is not very good at all. But I'm trying to think about their fuel strategy here. I do think that everybody will have to come down pit road at least one more time. Don't think they all can stay out and make it on fuel. Oh, we got him looking 3 wide. The 75 thought about it, as that was probably the... Oh my gosh, it's a big pile up at Bristol. As I'm actually thinking about going to the Bristol race. I live about an hour away from it, so definitely not a far... It's actually pretty much my home track. I can probably get down there in probably less than an hour. It's giving me a normal speed limit, as I don't drive that. I haven't heard that. But I'll probably get down there in like 50-ish minutes, I'd say, for the race. Haven't been to a race since Jeff Gordon last official full-time race, which was 2015, when he had a shot at the championship. I was at Martinsville when he won that race, and you talk about the crowd cheering like it was nothing else. I remember when Matt Kenseth dumped Joey Logano. That was probably one of the best moments in NASCAR history ever. So glad that happened, and when Gordon won, that was ice on top of the cake. I believe I actually came to 2 races that Jeff Gordon won. Actually, both at Martinsville, and we won tickets one year to Richmond to go on the track. This is kind of a detour while these guys are racing. To give you all just a little bit of a story, I actually got to drive. Actually, I believe I was about 11 or 12 at that time. 2014. Sorry. 2014, we won tickets to go, so I would have been about 11 or 12 years old at that time. We won tickets for Richmond. Back to what I was saying, we won tickets to Richmond, and it was a Toyota driver's experience, and at that time, the current driver of the 23 was Alex Bowman, and we actually got to drive with, or I got to ride with me, my father, and somebody else in the car with us. Got to go a lap around the track with Alex Bowman, going as fast as that little Toyota Camry could. Probably one of the most scariest moments of my life. I had my eyes closed the whole time, because it actually would legit hurt your eyeballs to keep them open. But it was fun. I always keep that in my memory bank, that I got to ride in a car with Alex Bowman. It's just something cool that I like to be able to say, yeah, I know that Hendrick driver. I got to ride with him when he was with the 23 car. That was a Dr. Pepper sponsor at that time, I believe. That race, Gordon had a very fast car, really good off of 3 and 4, but he just didn't have... That year, he was good on long runs. He just didn't have the time. Kind of Joey Logano, I think he actually took home the win. Slipped under both of them, but he had a very fast car that day, and I was kind of disappointed that he didn't win, because he probably could have won that race if it just went a little bit different. But that year was full of heartbreak. That still makes me mad thinking about Texas. Track infuriates me knowing what happened. I hate Brad Keselowski for that to this day because of it. These guys, look, they're working through lap traffic as a 31 and Mathiela got really loose. He's going to go on the bottom. He'll be, oh, he's sideways still on the apron trying to stay in the throttle. He just needs to get back with these guys, but he's going to lose this draft here. That's not going to be good for him at all. These guys are going to keep on going, add it up here. Looks like the 27 is on the bottom. 29 has been leading for a good amount of time, but he does have to be careful with doing this, however. Leading like this is burning off more fuel than these guys behind you, so they're getting a little bit better fuel mileage. It may not be a lot, but it could definitely play a factor here later on in the race. These guys are averaging about 31-second laps currently. So, doesn't look like there is much tire fall off, if any, in this race. Of course, we'll maybe see them come down pit road, maybe laps 70 to 80-ish if they can go 50 laps on fuel, that is. 75 has been left to dry, so he'll have to find a spot in line here relatively soon. If he doesn't, then he's going to be in a hard position. But the 7 looks like they're going to think about forming that bottom lane. They're thinking about it. The 7's like, I'm going to try to form with you. They're going to drag the 93 of Joseph flat. Nope. Joseph decides to go back up on the high side of him. Has been pretty calm throughout the 29. Oh, this is familiar. The 29 and the 27 having to go at it here. As I'm trying to look at where Garrett Maines is in the standing, he is currently running 20th. That is not a good race for him. It looks like he probably does have damage on his vehicle. However, knowing how it's probably been a wreck fest for him. That'll be a driver that I want to cheer on whenever I do decide to watch this. I'm actually trying to make it in the college Irish thing that they're hosting. I probably won't make it. I don't have the will or life in me to go and sit on a simulator for 24 hours a day and don't do anything outside of that. That's what those guys mainly do that are on that, especially the kids that do it. Gosh, what y'all do with your life? At 27, he is laying the bumper to that 29. You saw that going down the backstretch. He was just glued to his bumper as we have a caution on the track. Guessing this could be a stage, possibly. I don't think that it is. Oh gosh, here it is. It was the 88 of Hockenmeyer, I think. Oh yeah, something happened here. Did his engine let go here? Not sure what happened exactly, but oh yeah, there's a big wreck. And surprisingly, it didn't register. 40 gets off the bottom. 70, yep, there it is. I saw it so many times. 70 and the 88 slammed into the wall. 70 kind of edges out of it. The 40 doesn't look like he gets that much damage, surprisingly, but that's going to make the 88's engine expire, and that will probably end his night here. This is kind of a break for these guys. They'll be able to split. Be able to split this race. I don't think they'll have to come back down pit road. After this, everybody will come down, and they'll take tires and fuel. Might come down and top off. That would probably be a good option also to do that. But some drivers won't do that. I would. As the nursing class from 1956. Holy crap. Looking at some of my college stuff here. Wait. Oh, there might be. Wait, is this my voice here? This might be my voice here. Y'all might hear me do some college stuff here very soon if it is my voice. There's no way it is. Everybody's going to come down pit road, get any optional damage that they have. The 70s, he's got a lot of optional. But 29, he is off and away. So we will actually bring in the 29 for a interview here. Hopefully my Discord's decided to magically fix itself. I forgot he's not in the Discord, so we will not get to talk to him, sadly, about that. I would have loved to do that. I was only going to get the race leader, but I'm going to actually see if my voice... This is the stream that I did in college. I might have to show you all this here. I'm trying to look through this right now. maybe it. Could this be me? I'm trying to figure it out now. This may not be me. I don't think this was me. I'm trying to figure it out though for y'all, because I know that the game that I did up here was on. What was it? Who was it against? There's so many. Was it Lincoln? Maybe? I'm not completely sure. I think it could have been. Most of these guys actually didn't have a broadcaster for this. As they didn't. So I'm trying to find. I'll have to find this for you all. I know it's in here somewhere. It was a softball game. I do know that. Mars Hill. This is the game. This is the game. I can't show you all it right now, but my voice is in this. I do remember sitting. Wait, is this the game? I'm not completely sure. I gotta find it. Who was it that they played? I'm gonna have to look at this. But the 29 Hill leading to green here. The 27, the 83, the 75, the 93, 13, 7, 77, 31, 54, and 40. I believe we do have one truck out of, actually 2 trucks out of the race. Brian Knoll and Zachary Hockenmeyer. He is in the pits currently. It'll be lap 56 when they get the green here for it. Jimmy, he's got a war machine there. On board with him for that restart. He's kind of heard that little blimp on the throttle. Didn't really get it in gear when he needed to, but that 7 looks like he just went right outside the 75. These guys did all take tires and fuel. 14-second pit stop for most of them. 7 got off the bottom. I got a little bit nervous for him there, but the 27 is going to go to the outside. He's going to get the 7 to go with him. 93 does. Who does he decide to go with here? He tries to wrap that outside. No, he's kind of in between these 2 guys. They're getting a good shove, though. They've actually managed to shove themselves to the front now. Now what will they do? Will they decide to stay that top lane 9 or 29 bobbles there just a little bit? I thought that could have been bad for him, but he's luckily able to keep it under him. As we saw the 7 earlier, got really loose on the bottom out of nowhere. As I never want to see that photo again. Looks like as soon as he gets the lead, he's actually lost that 7 to staying glued to his bumper, really giving him more of an arrow shove. Anything you don't want to bump in the corners now, you can lay it to him on the back stretch. Here at Atlanta, it's kind of an oddly shaped track. Well, I believe this is one of the tracks that they call a cookie cutter track. Just how it is shaped to that. As hopefully he has read this message. I will actually at him. Make sure I may be pulling a double broadcast on Thursday. Love it. Gosh. More money for me. That's all I care about. I'm going to need the money now. Actually, I meant to set up this. Crap. I'll do that sometime soon. I have to do that next stream. This will be probably tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I have the Ghost Cup Series. Forgot about that. Where are they at or tomorrow? I think they're at a pretty good track, possibly. Let's see where the Ghost Cup Series is at. The 83's got to be very careful with what he's doing. He's moving around a lot, as Ghost tomorrow is actually at 13th. September 13th, or sorry, 14th. They're at Charlotte. That's going to be a patriotic race. Okay, what I kind of do miss racing in that league, but of course I'm given this opportunity. I get the money from this, and I get to see this channel grow, as I am trying to be a marketing and communications person at my college for my major. Still haven't declared my major. Probably will need to do that, but I do like my professor. Always fun to talk to. He worked in the news business as pretty much everything that you could think of at that point. 83, I've noticed he's been dancing around behind the 29. I think he's got to be a bit... Oh, no, that's so much contact between these 2 guys. Thought that was going to end up bad, but If they don't turn each other there. As that, well, that as soon as I say that, 83 hooks to 29. 75 almost flips. 13 gets into it also. That will bring out another caution. Too much of an aggressive push from the 83 of Stu Leslie, and that causes a huge wreck in the back here. Go look at Stu. Shoving when he shouldn't have been. Nothing. He definitely didn't mean to do that. It's just something that happens here at this type of racing. You can see, watch this 29. You can see the 29's rear bumper. You see right there, and that's where he kind of hooks the 29. Just barely. 29 looks like he actually saves it. I know at 27, that 7, we're like, oh gosh, please don't come up and hit me. 83 right into the path of 83.75 is already going on the apron. The 83 then hits him. 13 sees a gap. He's probably like, oh, I'm not going to get hit. Right there, he maybe could have made it if he didn't come up. He just barely gets clipped by the 29, and he's not able to make it through. But I think if these guys had any doubt about fuel, they will come down and top off here. That will be their only option for fuel here. They will hopefully not have another caution. They may take tires also, but everybody's going to come down pit road. There's not going to be something. Yep, everybody comes. 77 stays out, surprisingly. That is John Peely. I don't know why he stayed out, but he's definitely rolling the dice here. He could be saving enough fuel. Who knows? He could have been making it to the end from where he was. It could be a very high possibility of making that. We will have to see if he is able to make it to the end, or maybe he might come down later on and top off on his fuel here. But while these guys are under caution here, I'm going to spend time to figure out if I can see where which game I broadcasted. I know there was one that I did for my college. I'm trying to go through all of this. Was it Mars Hill, or was it?
Take it inside on the ball. Now up 1.
Oh, that was me. Oh my gosh, there it is. Wait, is that me or is that Ty? I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. It's so hard to figure out my voice.
Take it inside on the ball. Now up 1.
That is Ty. Okay, that is. Which one? Which game did I do? I'm going to have to look at their schedule. I want to find this for you all because I think it would be really cool for y'all to hear this. Where is it at? I gotta find this here. I want to have y'all get to see this, but I don't know where it is. I'm trying to find all of it. No one cares about golf. At least I don't personally. So it is the softball. Softball here. Where's it at? Okay, and I can't access the website. Nice. I like that a lot. As that is not the. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. So evidently I have to go through this and hear all the voices from it. I know it is a softball stream, however, but they will be coming green this time by. I'm just going to try to look for it relatively quickly and not really take up much of your all's time. As that is basketball, so I've evidently gone too far back here. I'm trying to figure this out here.
So let's take a look at that.
Well, here I am. As evidently there's another one that I know I did on my own, so I'll have to go for this. Might have been Les McCrae. Don't know. I'm going to have to sort through this under the next caution. Of course, we don't want to see any more. Will be 60, or not 60, 36 laps. Wait. Yes, 36 laps left when they get the, wait, yes, that, I'm trying to do some quick math in my head. That is correct. 77, he will lead him to green here. And we are back underway here at Atlanta. 7 looks like he's already going to try to, oh gosh, 7 thought 77 was going to come down on him. He doesn't, luckily, so they avoid catastrophe at the start. 77, he will duck in behind the 7, but this took out a lot of drivers. These guys just sitting in pit road. This is probably knocked a lot of these guys out of contention here. No, Michael looks like he's definitely out of it. I know he's not going to be happy. He wanted to probably get a win before all this happened here. Pretty much run single file. I do think that the 77 might have made a choice to tuck in behind the 7, knowing that maybe his fuel wasn't as good as I think that it is. He might be a little bit short. That could be a possibility that he is just a tad short with him. No, I don't think it could be too much of a big thing, but that 27's laying it to that 7, really trying to get him shoved down that back stretch. So he goes from top to bottom, back down to that bottom lane, cuts the air from the 77. Trying to stay where he is relatively most of the run, it seems, for him. Yeah, he's working both lanes, that's for sure. No, the 27 does not want to hit the 7. We saw what happened earlier when people tried to give a little bit of a bump draft, and there was somebody went around. That's not what you want to see happen here, for sure. As definitely adding on to what I was saying, that college stuff, I might be calling more games for the college when it comes softball and baseball season. I was actually played baseball for my whole life until my junior year in high school. Had a coach that didn't really get along with very well. So then I had done track the year before. About won a state title in the 55-meter dash, and in our relay for the 4x2, we barely missed out on both of them. Pretty mad about that. I'm actually our school record holder for the 55-meter and the 60-meter dash. Virginia only has the 55. We went to ETSU for the 60-meter one time, and of course I hold that record now for that school. So it's pretty cool to see. Wasn't a popular kid, so that's all I can really say about my school. Wasn't hated, wasn't liked. I was always there, it seems. But that's how it was for me in college. Not college, high school. Really weird, I'll tell you that. Turned into more of a, oh gosh, that was really sweet. Turned into more of a storytelling up here, trying to get y'all at least something to listen to. I know my voice is probably not something that y'all want to hear most of the time. I'm just trying to get something going on here most of it. But yeah, we got Jonathan Duncan. So it looks like Doug Denise, Brian Knoll, and Jonathan Duncan looks like they're probably called their race of quits. Looks like it'll probably be a battle between those top 6 here that don't have, or that might have a little bit of damage, but were able to avoid most of the carnage that happened here. Jimmy, he's had a rough couple of races for sure. He's still out on the track, just still trying to get experience, it seems, for him. So he's a very, very new iRacer. He has a 597 iRating, a D-class license, so he is just started to do it. He has moved out of rookies, however. Remember the climb from rookies? That was not fun. I know the climb from D-class is actually probably one of the worst things to do. People just want to drive like a bunch of idiots in the ARCA cars. ARCA Break Weekly. If y'all haven't checked that out on YouTube, I'll go and check that out. It's pretty funny moments. The guys just go full throttle on the back of somebody. I was actually in that too, twice. I got wrecked in one of them. No, the other one was just them pointing out what I said. But it's definitely cool to know that I was in those, even if it was for the worst reasons. What is this right here? So we got some drivers accusing each other here. It's not very good. Not what we want to see here at all. I think that, no, this, what you see up here, this is basically going to become the race. There's not going to be much after this, I'd say. And I don't think they'll have to come down pit road either. I always see the need to come down pit road. Now, of course, if you are weird on fuel, as we do not want to wreck, I think 31 just got a little bit airtight. He just got tighter now. Once these trucks get tight, they kind of just want to keep getting tighter and tighter and tighter until you lift out of the throttle. And after you have new tires, you can maybe burn off your tires and not hit the wall, but that's not the optimal thing to do there at all. As I might actually try to sponsor a race here. Tuesday League. No sponsorship, so I might be doing this as... I might be doing this here very soon. See what happens here. Might be looking to sponsor this, but these guys are... Yeah, what you see up here is pretty much... Actually, what happened to Matthew Ayla? Looks like there must have been some contact here, and I was looking at something else. We'll go back and look. I think there was with somebody. Oh, he just got tight in the wall again. Like he had happened earlier coming out of 1 and 2. He just got tight. Yep. Got up to the wall, and once you get in the wall, it just kind of glues you to it. So he just got in the wall and scrubbed off a lot of speed, so he is going to lose a draft. He's going to be around nobody. So now it's become a 5-car breakaway. These guys are going to be running a big choo-choo train on the bottom. This is what it's going to come down to. This is what NASCAR fans want. I don't understand why, but they evidently must like it somehow. I think it's really because they like the carnage more than anything. I don't think they really care about the racing that happens on the track from this result. But while these guys are under green, I will roll these ads that I've not been able to do the whole entire race here. And if anything happens, I will definitely drag you all back in here very quickly. So we're back here, 18 laps to go. Everybody's still running the big choo-choo train on the bottom right now. So that's how it's butchering words over here. Can't talk anymore. What's happened to me? It's late at night, probably why. trying to be kind of a mediator over here, but 7 of Douglas New Biggins leading the 77 of John Peely behind him. The 9-3 of Joseph Plagger kind of cut his nose off there. That got really antsy there as why is this dropping. Never mind. At 27, he's been running the outside kind of alone. What was that? Was some smoke from someone? I'm just seeing ghosts now. Hearing up on the track. 75, he's been kind of hanging back here to the 83. He's got damage. He's not on the lead lap. Matthew Ayla, he's falling off a lot. These guys actually split up now. Can't talk anymore. 27 up to the top. 93 is behind him. They're going to try to get a shove by. I think within probably 10, maybe the next 4-ish laps, you'll see a lot of drivers making moves as that 7 is trying to side draft hard. 93 Joseph Plagger is moving around there a lot. '27, 93, all kind of get up on there. But 2x2 now, 75 has now been drawn back into this. I'm probably able to do what he has with his damage. That truck is absolutely destroyed in the front end. But he's been making it work. Is that Matthew Ayla? Yeah, that might have been him. I saw it caught a very quick glimpse of. I don't know what's happening with my speech now. I'm probably having a mild stroke and just don't even realize it. As he probably didn't handle that very well. But he will handle that. Anymore. Notice some people that are very reactive are very set on their ways. Nothing I can do about that. So, not through areas again, but no, that's top lane's gotten more drivers, but oh gosh, there's some really bobbled there. I don't know what you do. Now, James, I just think that the damage on the front end of his truck, he's luckily benefiting from having these guys in front of them, cutting the air. He needs to stay behind the closest truck, though, because if he does not, it's going to be very hard for him. I don't know how he has this much power with as much damage as he has. He has to stay behind the closest truck to him. If he doesn't, he's going to lose that draft very quickly. See, he's just barely holding on right now. Barely holding on is not a right statement. How is he driving with that front end like that? I'm still amazed that he's been doing that. As he might be let back in. I don't know. Don't even really care. I just talk. I talk on a microphone and get paid for it. That's all that matters to me. Let's see. These guys got to be careful. You see him clipping the apron. You saw it happened earlier to that 7. Man got really loose. I think he's kind of realized he's like, I'm not going to get on that apron like I did before. You can see he's just running maybe a little bit higher off of it. That's probably best option for him, as there's now, oh my gosh. How do those guys save it? They're still trying to drive it. Gabriel Ellison still trying to drive it. That's going to bring out a caution here. Just a bobble. Guys went 3 wide there for half a second. Gabriel just couldn't hold on to it at the end. It's like, what happened here? Looks like, I think I know what it was. Looks like a gap opened up. We'll pause here. Let me go on the chase of the 77. I think the 77 got off the bottom for just a second. 93, actually 77 might have got a little bit. Oh, that might have been why right here. See him dip under the apron. Then he gets touched by the 75 or 93 behind him. 27 goes up into the wall, tries to drive off of it, and he is not able to save it at that point. Nothing he could have done. He's just trying to Trying to keep it up under him will actually go cockpit to watch his hands there, because I want to see how fast he was having to move his hands. Let's get a better view here. How much he was having to move his hands here. Never able to get it up under him. I don't see anybody pitting here. I really do not see anybody coming down pit road. Actually, nope, I'm lying. They all come down pit road. What will Gabriel else do? Yeah, I have to come down pit road. Matthew Ayla, now this is kind of a gift to him. He needed a caution. If he did not get a caution, he was going to go a lap down here very, very soon. He was out all alone from people. Actually, doesn't come down pit road, decides to stay out. So he's going to be playing the fuel strategy. I think he will have enough fuel to make it to the end. I don't think that we'll have to worry about him at... Okay, what are these posts I'm seeing here? People are posting some weird stuff. But while these guys have done their pit stalls, or these pits, I'm going to see if I can actually find the stream that I had done alone, so I know that it's not... Wait, what is this one? This might be this one. I'm having to look here. Don't completely know most of the time, sadly. Not really labeled out correctly. I have to listen to this, so y'all will hear some random stuff coming from below the microphone, maybe.
Bowed straight back. The Varner now and I'll roll down.
This may be it.
Out at first.
Nope, that is Ty. Where is mine at? Les McRae. Don't believe it is UVA Wise. Don't believe it's this either. Is this it, maybe? Could be this. I know it was a weird college that I did alone. It was very, very odd. I have to see. I'm trying to get these audio cues up here for you. I think it was a PA one. I just swore that's the game that I did. I do think that this was it. Yeah, this might be it because they're absolutely destroying them. They're going to get the green here very soon while I'm trying to look through all of this crap to find. I'll put this up right next to my ear, but they will have 4 laps to go. This will not go down as a green-white checkered attempt, however. I'm not very interested. Where did I come in? I know I'm here somewhere. Unless my mic was on mute the whole entire time, that is. Hopefully it wasn't. Where am I at? I know I'm in here somewhere. I have to find that later and eventually post something like that on social media, I guess. I don't know what Jimmy's doing there. Running the wall. Don't be doing that early on, but Matthew Ayla, he's going to be the leader here. He saw his race kind of slip from now he's back up front leading, see if he can take it home tonight. Now he'd be very glad if he would be able to do that. Of course, it's going to be a very hard task for him. The pace car pulls off. Green flag goes in the air. Matthew Ayla was given a gift. If he can capitalize on it, the 7 gets a good start. Has better tires, but draft is going to be a huge thing if that 7 gets out too far from the 31. That 31 can set him up as the 31 is still going to try to fight back under him. The 93 of Joseph Plager will be coming to help him very soon. Joseph gets a huge run. They leave that 27 all alone on the top lane. Or that's not, sorry, that 7 alone on the top lane. He has absolutely nobody. 31 is moving around, trying to block as many guys as he can. The 27 now will come to the rescue of the 7. Give him a shove. It's 3 versus 2 now. What will the 77 do? You see him lurking back there. Actually, once hits the wall. What will these guys do? This is going to be interesting. Oh, that 31's got to be careful what he's doing. He's coming off the bottom just a little bit. 7. He's able to get a run. 93 trying to bump that 31. These guys managed to shove themselves by. Fresher tires eventually prevailed for them. They go right to the bottom of the track. Now what's going to happen here? The 31 of Matthew Ayla. Or Elia. Why Elia? Start saying Elia now. 93's trying to go below him, below the yellow line there. I'm not sure that's illegal, but he might not be implementing that rule. But these guys are kind of broken away in a two-truck race right now. They're going to have 2 laps to go when they get to the start-finish line here. 27, maybe get to 7. A little bit of a look there. 93's getting a huge run up to these guys' bumper. Now, if he can drag the 75 with him, that will be something. But the 93, if he chooses to go to 7, or sorry, if he chooses to go with the 27, whoever he chooses to go with is pretty much, he's getting to make the choice. Now he goes under him. 7 goes to block. That leaves the 27 on the high line. 27's going to get down there and kind of pinch him down just a little bit. Doesn't really door slam him, really make any contact between them. But 27's all alone. He does have the 77 come to his bumper. What will the 93 do? White flag is going to be in the air. The 93 has one more shot. He's looking to move up. Moves up in front of the 27. 27 looks like he has nowhere to go. 93 is going to be blocking to get the good shove off of him. If he goes up a little bit, do not want to be bumping in the corner. Don't hook each other. Kind of lay it to him. Going down the back stretch here. Drivers are going to be giving all that they can. This is full throttle. No lift. And 93 goes in front of the 7. Will he stay on the top lane with the 27? Looks like he will do it for a little bit. 7 might have one last shot. He's going to have to get a good run out of the corner. 27 is going to have one last shot also. He's going to have to make it 3 wide. Coming out of here, but coming out of 3 and 4. It's going to be a race down to the line. 93, 7. It will be the 7 of Douglas Newbigin at the line. Joseph Plager 2nd and Gabriel Ellison 3rd. As that was a pass below the double. The white line, but that's not implemented here, so it goes in this league. But Doug Newbigin, he rebounded from the race earlier. He moved up 2 positions to take home the win here at Atlanta. Go back and watch this 3-wide finish here. Actually, we'll watch Douglas do his burnout here. I don't want to take that away from him. We'll go back and watch that finish. Now that he's done with his burnout, do not want to take that away from him. We will go back to the checkered flag here and this 3-wide finish that happened because of this run. See the 93 trying to get hit right there. He could have broke even, but 7 uses the shortest way around the track. 27 goes to shoot the middle. 75 tries to make it 4-wide almost. 4-wide finish. But 7 just barely edged out Joseph Plager for the win there. We'll pull up the race results just to see how actually close he was to winning the race. Oh, that's going to be a heartbreak for him. For Joseph Plager, that is. I know 7 of Douglas Newbigin, he's going to be happy about that. As we will... I'm actually... Didn't realize I was already in Discord, but we will bring in the 3rd place driver and Gabriel Ellison. I'm trying to read what's happening in the Discord. Okay, now I'll bring in the 27 of Gabriel Ellison, who came home 3rd tonight. Hey, Gabriel, this is Bryson's booth. You got a copy, man?
I gotcha.
Man, so describe what was going through your head that last lap, especially that last corner, knowing that you could have had a shot if you would have made a move somewhere, but it just didn't work out for you. But what was going through your head knowing that you had to do something on that last lap, especially the last corner?
Yeah. I mean, it's so tight here that it's taking the threes, not very feasible. So on that last lap, my goal was to just push Joseph as hard as I possibly could, and I got on his bumper and then 1 and 2, and we got a great run down the back, but the bottom's just so much better in 3 and 4 than they could cut the apron, so it made it really hard on us. I made a mistake when I was behind Doug and we kind of pushed out and the pack was coming back. I should have tried to block Joseph's run because that shuffled me out, and then I was on the top with no help. So, you know, kind of missed my shot there, but it is what it is, and happy to come P3.
Yeah, man, definitely not a bad night. I mean, I know you won the first race, come home third, so that is something that you. Why is he in here? I don't know how he got in there, but that's definitely not a bad finish for you at all. You had, of course, a Super Speedway race, and it kind of comes down to who you can get to work with, who doesn't work with you when you make your move, who can avoid the wrecks is one big thing. It was really only a 6-lap, really 6 cars that had to
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
that
and I had
line.
some damage too. I had about 40 seconds optionals from that incident we had on like lap 91 or 2, whatever that was, where I clipped the wall pretty good with the right rear, so that was probably hurting me a little bit. That definitely wasn't helping.
There's some drivers that had damage that were still able to make it home, and you were one of them. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, just as always, huge shout Roasted Gems Coffee, Arse Button Boxes, Shady Designs, everybody over there at Lucky Ducks Motorsports, Sim Racer Hub, and Ghost Racing Network.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good win in the first race and good third place in this final race tonight, man. Hopefully I can see you maybe repeat next week, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Gabriel Ellis. Looks like my Discord has fixed itself, so we will bring in Joseph Plager here. I believe he might be server muted. Yes, he is. Hey, Joseph, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man? I believe he, for some reason, it switches these guys push to talk for some odd reason, so we'll have to wait for him to see if he's able to fix that. As I am so lost on... I'm so lost on what this dude is saying in the Discord. Joseph, I think it has, for some reason, when you all go in here, I think it changes your talking option to push to talk. So I think that's what it has to do. So you might want to look and see if you have a push to talk option in Discord somewhere. Oh, yeah. Looks like you managed to unmute yourself, so I think it might be just push to talk now. Oh, I'm trying to figure this. I don't even know what the default push to talk is. You might just need to go in there and just set a keybind, just something random, I guess, in your settings. Because there's no default push to talk. I just put a random button on there for now, and then go back to voice activated talk if I were you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can, man. I don't know why it does that. I gotta get or not Gabriel Clinton to fix that, because for some reason when y'all come in here, it changes it to push to talk for y'all, and that's just an odd thing I've noticed. And I need to get him to fix that for you. But man, you come home second. What was going through your head on that last lap, especially coming out of 3 and 4?
Yeah, I was just hoping I could get as much of a push as I could from behind. That's the only chance I really had. I mean, everyone was pushing so hard. I should have cut down a little more coming to the finish line. I didn't realize that Douglas went all the way down there. I think I would have had more of a shot and stay connected with Gabriel, but that's all right. I'm happy with second. That's my first top 3 this season, and I've been getting a lot of 4th place finishes recently, and it's nice to get into the top 3 finally.
When I was watching coming out of 3 and 4, you probably had it. And then no, Doug, he decided to go all the way to the bottom of the track, just took the shortest way around, and he barely edged you out. Actually, the margin was 0.014, so you were definitely very close to taking home that win, but you fell just short. But of course, it's definitely a second place. That's not first, but it's definitely not 13th on the board. So can't be too disappointed with that at all, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with that finish. It's good.
It seems like that race was definitely avoid the carnage that was happening. You evidently were able to make it through that, come home second. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I have a sponsor. It's Aspiration Homes. It's my brother-in-law, his company, and they're not on my truck yet because I'm still working on a design. But he's helping me out a little bit and giving me some confidence and pep talking me up. So shout out to him.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good second place finish tonight. Hopefully, I can see that position move up one next week, man.
Yes, sir.
That was Joseph Flagger. Hopefully, I'm saying his last name right. People have said my last name wrong my whole life, so I think it's kind of me getting redemption against them, even though I didn't do anything. That's a joke. We will bring in the race winner in Douglas Newbiggin. Hey, Doug, this is Bryson's booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so describe what was going through your head on that last lap, especially coming out of 3 and 4, knowing that you had to do something to get the win here.
Yeah, I mean, it was just basically the race is kind of simple. It was just basically block and go, and yeah, I saw the run coming off the corner, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna block it. If they do anything. So I was debating about it, and they just weren't. They weren't like, they just had a little bit of a hair. I felt like if I went up, I probably would have got turned. So I knew there was one car in the bottom still. So I was kind of hoping, just being the leader was so powerful. Being the leader, just being able to block and get the clean air and all that. But I was kind of practicing in practice, in qualifying too, just cutting that front stretch. And I was like, I kind of planned in my mind already, like a lap before that, if someone's on my outside, just dip it down there, throw it down there, and pray to God it works. And lucky enough, it did work. I didn't hit that one bad bump that's there, and that's what probably won me the race. So
you kind of have to make some moves at the end, do whatever you have to win, and you definitely made that, barely edging out Joseph Plager. Y'all were actually almost 4 wide at the finish, but you took lowest or shortest way around the track, and that definitely paid off for you. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Oh yeah, Roasted Gems Coffee. Like before, man, best coffee in the world. Let me tell you, amazing coffee, best coffee. Code Lucky Ducks, 50% off. 15. My bad. Me, pretty big steal though. But yeah, 15% off. Code Lucky Ducks, one word. JCconcepts.com. If you need RC stuff, that's where you go. Shade Designs, Sim Racer Hub. Yeah, man, it's going good this season. So yeah, Team Lucky Ducks 2. Let me on the team, and you guys for broadcast, Ghost Racing Network for broadcasting, Sim Racer Up Challenge, all the boys part of this league that put this racing on. I mean, it's a fun league. More people should join it. It's fun. Get a chance to win some money. But yeah, on to next week, I guess. Just gonna try to hopefully do double wins instead of just winning one a night. That'd be nice to get an extra $50. So.
All right, and well, I'll let you go. Hopefully you can repeat next week. Good luck, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hope to see you in here next week too.
As that was Douglas Newbiggin. He's become a driver. I've noticed that he is winning a lot. He's definitely a threat in this league to win. He seems to always be up front or somehow make his way up front, but I will go through the finishing order here. First is Doug Newbiggin. Second, Joseph Plager. Third, Gabriel Elson. Fourth, James Nelson. Fifth, John Peely. Sixth, Matthew Ayla. Seventh, Stu Leslie. Eighth, Michael Garone Jr. Ninth, Jimmy Amos. 11th, Jonathan Duncan. 12th, Doug Denice. 12th, Zachary Hockenmeyer. 13th, Brian Knoll. 14th, Anthony Thurber. That is race control. So not a bad race overall. Kind of avoid the carnage. And then that was really a five-car race at the end of that. Almost 4 wide at the finish, so definitely entertaining to see. But got here very quickly. If you all are free tomorrow, I will be streaming the Ghost Cup Series at Charlotte Motor Speedway tomorrow. So that would be interesting race to tune in. Always fun to see those guys go around and around and around. Well, that's actually what I'm based off of, hence my name, Ghost Racing Network, Ghost Cup Series. The dude that pays for the software is the man that runs that league. So thank you to him. If you're watching, probably isn't. But I will let you all go now. Hopefully, I will see you all tomorrow.